This is Urdizzle with a little daily action combo video. A split screen of my first two rounds and then a final round after. So it's interesting to see the consistency and the similarities between basically the same disc, same hole, but you're not always going to get the same result. But it is kind of cool to see how things turn out. So first hole, we threw a recoil. We got Oak Hill. Second one, I threw a forehand ballista glide skip, which we'll see in the final round. So this is double speed. And then we got the par 4 here also with the Ballista Pro. So I won't go into too much detail about the discs that I'm throwing here because I will have the regular round coming up here. There is one hole in particular that I do throw something different on these side-by-side ones. And that is this one right here, hole 5. So these first two rounds, I just threw the Accurate Glide Musket. And then it's one of those where once you scope it out a little bit, you get a feel for it. And I really like the Glide Skip Ballista, not the Ballista Pro. It's a good skip ace disc to use for that hole. And this, if you look on the right side there, I kind of got buried in the leaves a little bit and was able to punch my way out and at least give myself a shot at eagle. And so that's what was interesting about that. I was able to get it out of there and still get the eagle. And then both of these rounds, the blueberry holes, the lakeside holes we've got here, holes 7 through 9 are a little tricky. But watch this on this hole. So on the right side, I bang it off the top. On the left side, I bang it off the basket. So both of them on my approach shots from around 240-ish, a little less, a little more, I bang it off the basket. And then hole 8, again, these are my first runs through here, so I didn't really run them too hard. The one on the left, I just threw a river. The one on the right, I actually threw a musket, but just didn't get close. And then hole 9, got buried up in the wood line on both shots, but was able to knock it in. So both identical runs. Got the 14 under, which was good enough for second. You'll notice there's a guy at the top that's 12 under. And he's obviously playing a different layout. That's a version issue. All right, so a little slower now. So hole 1, this is regular speed, whereas the previous ones were double speed. Hole 1, I love throwing my Wind Glide recoil. I know a lot of people say they prefer the Wind Glide Ballista over the recoil, and they don't even bag the recoil. This is a great hole for the recoil. You don't have to do anything special. Just aim low and let the overstability of the disc just carry it right down the hill. And it also fights through the wind nicely. All right, hole 2. I used to throw the Glide Skip Ballista, and now I have a Glide Skip Ballista Pro, which is much longer. So I actually switched to forehand on this hole. And I absolutely park it for the tap in. And part of the reason I did a forehand was there was a tailwind of 3. I think if I would have thrown the backhand, it would have gone way long over the top. And I guess if you want to ace that hole, this is the layout to do it if you got that skip disc. All right, hole 3, also going Glide Skip Ballista Pro, played out wide, and I love it. Even if it hits that bush, it doesn't slow it down enough to keep me out of punted range. So that's, again, that little extra distance makes quite a bit of difference on Oak Hill. So I enjoy that. All right, hole 4, I'm also throwing my Ballista Pro, but this one I'm throwing the light glide, and nice stall shot, aim it high. If I clip the branches on that tree, I'm actually okay with it. And that one actually almost skipped long. So you got to be careful if you don't aim high enough. The disc will just skip right along the ground and go OB long. So ideally, I'll aim a little high and just let it kind of drop down in, hit the branches, and give myself an easy eagle. All right, so here's where I put the Glide Skip Ballista in the bag because you can throw it like this. And almost got it, that one branch. So that's definitely a hole. You're not acing that with a musket, but if you want to get a little frisky and throw the Glide Skip Ballista forehand, it is there. Then hole 6, I just like to play it. I'm going to get a little hyper aggressive here and really try to get it down there. If you can get it to hit the right spot, that ain't going to do it. Yeah. If you get it to hit the right spot, it'll actually skip all the way down into that left fairway and give you a throw-in attempt from 180. 200. This one's 370, but that is honestly, that's an easy shot. Just play it out wide. The basket plays a little downhill from back there where I was, so it's not really 370, it's more like 340. And a forehand musket's plenty. Again, you're not trying to park these holes. You're just trying to get within, for me, I'm trying to get within putting range. All right, hole 7. This is the one in my first 2 runs. I hit metal on both of them. So I'm hoping to cash in on this one. Again, if I can get in that 230 to 250 range, so 232. This short, I'll switch to forehand river. And I can usually give this one a pretty good run. Oh, that's in. I got it. Yes! Yeah, after hitting metal the first couple times, it's really nice to get that one. So I'm home free now. If I birdie, I am tied for the lead, but I've been in this position way too many times. There is 0 chance I'm laying this one up. Oh, that ain't going to work. Slow down. Woo, all right. Yeah, that's one of those things where I think a lot of people would lay up on that hole, but I felt comfortable enough running that one. Hole 9, I'm not sure about, though. That one, you miss hole 9, you can easily get buried back in those trees. So I forget my aim point on this one. I'm just going to go ahead and go river and take my birdie. Honestly, I would ace run that one, but I didn't really practice this layout a lot, so I don't remember my aim point for an ace run. So I'm not even going to chance it. I'm going to take my 15 under and go home. I got my coinage. No point spend 15-20 minutes on this, and I am good to go. So there you are. Split screen with a couple 14 unders and main screen with 15. So hopefully you saw some shots out there that'll help you get your coinage and your experience on today's daily. I am out. Peace.